that all men have inalienable rights to think freely, to talk freely, to write freely their own opinions, and to counter or utter or write upon the opinions of others.
This is from the Creed of the Church of Scientology. Hey everybody, I'm Holly, aka the ScientoloGeek, and welcome to this new little video series of me reacting to the Golden Age of Knowledge for Eternity event. So it seems like, based on what I received inside of this container, this case, I have this. I'm told to read this first, so let's see what this says. In the monumental event that you are about to see, Chairman of the Board, Religious Technology Center, announced the full recovery of Dianetics and Scientology. As for what that means and how it affects you, watch the event on the DVD and see. No matter where you stand, no matter what you believe is possible, no matter anything else, this event and the data it contains will change your life. In fact, it will change your eternity. At the OT Summit 2007, Scientology changed forever. See the events as it happened in its entirety. And we also got this little envelope. Feels kind of fancy. So let's see what we got in here. Looks like we have a order form for the basics. It's getting obviously returned to Bridge Publications, but it's got Dianetics, the original thesis, Dianetics, the evolution of a science, modern science and mental health with the lectures, science of survival with their lectures, self-analysis, advanced procedures and axioms with the thought, emotion, and effort lectures, the handbook for pre-clears and the life continuum lectures, a history of man and Technique 88 lectures, Scientology 880 and the Source of Life Energy lectures, the Philadelphia Doctorate course, Scientology 88008, the book, and the Factors lectures. We got the Creation of Human Ability book and the Phoenix lectures, as well as Dianetics 55 and the Unification Congress lectures. And these go, on average, books go for probably between $25 and $30. And these lectures can get kind of steep. So the lectures and demos are $60 for Dianetics. Science of Survival is $60. Thought, Emotion, and Effort is $325 because it's on 23 CDs. We got the Life Continuum, 11 CDs for $150. Technique 88 lectures, which is 17 CDs for $225. The Source of Life Energy lectures for $225. The Factors lectures for $300. The Phoenix lectures for $400. The Unification Congress for $250. And the Philadelphia Doctorate course for $1,250. I mean, I already have one of those, so I just got to get the other three, which for hell are not going to be this expensive. You can get a full book and lecture package. You get a special 25% package discount. The full price is on average about $4,000, and you save almost $1,000, so it's brought down to $3,000. You technically save $965. Total donation, including local tax. Oh my god. They keep having to say donation, but it's not a fucking donation if it's mandatory. Oh, I missed stuff. I missed some stuff. We also have the Fundamentals of Thought hardback and the Hubbard Professional course lectures. We have the Problems of Work hardback, and we have Scientology, A New Slant on Life, Scientology '08, An Intro to Ethics, and The Way to Happiness. That's the true extent. And then the inside says, we're dealing in essence with certainty, therefore we deal with a simple definition. Certainty is itself knowledge. Knowledge is certainty. The book plus the lectures equals full conceptual understanding. That's what this little section here looks like. Let's try to get that glare out of the way. And then if you wanted to see the inside, here it is. The total lecture books, basics package catalog. well, part of the catalog. This is the ordering part, but we will get to the booklet that came with it. So obviously a rock-solid base, the very core of the tech, the foundation upon which all else is built, now available in its entirety for the first time ever. Concept by concept, you discover answers to the mind, spirit, and life. Ron's relentless track of research, breakthrough by breakthrough, all here, all yours. It all comes together because this data aligns everything else. This is the fundamental knowledge of society, and it's yours to the very core of your being. Forever. Got a little thing here. I'm really not looking forward to reading all these, but I guess I will do that in a separate video. I will go through these actual descriptions of what each thing is. Oh god. Your route to knowledge in the org with full study tech. Shows lectures, the book, the extension course. As far as I'm gathering, that looks like the extension course. The lecture transcripts. What else do you have here? The Hubbard chart. Jesus. Your route to knowledge right at home. Yep, that's the extension course. You're on an adventure. Here's the map, created with one driving purpose. Oh, that's the advertisement for the Clear Sound listening system, if you guys remember that. Created with one driving purpose, to bring the knowledge of Source to you. So, like I said, we will look through this in another video. So, without any further ado, let us get started. The Golden Age of Knowledge. The chapters. Introduction.
I have a hat that nobody quite notices, and it's the finder of lost tech. Now, some people go all of their lives looking for the mystery of the pattern of the pyramids, and others go looking for the Mayan civilization and how it built things, and I go looking for the tech people have lost in Dianetics and Scientology as a primary expeditionary action.
Scientology is knowledge. Total.
Technically, according to them, it's the study of knowledge, so it's knowing how to know things.
Knowledge is total power. But with 3,000 lectures, 37,000 pages of books and issues, and a grand total of 35 million spoken and written words.
Could you imagine actually wanting to go through all of that crap?
Some were in a sea of confusion. So
Bowling alley strike animation, you tell me I'm wrong.
began the investigation to find the lost tech to lead the way out.
And yes, there is going to be quite a bit of pausing, so if you don't want to deal with that, get out of the video now. If you don't know, Scientology has their own dating system, which is AD stands for After Dianetics. So Dianetics was published in 1950. This event seemingly is from AD 55, so that means it's from 2005. And you tell me that's not culty when you name your dating system. The fact that you even have your own dating system, when you name it after the publishing date of a first book, tell me that's not one culty thing right off the bat. But then again, they're not showing this to anybody. They're showing this to the OTs and the Scientologists. So these people are already invested who are looking at this. I'm not really supposed to be watching this type of thing.
Culminating in the monumental announcement of the golden age of knowledge and the know-how of knowing how to know.
Alright, so we have a Y, which I now know is from the data series. And it says, no grade chart to guide you through the materials. So you're in a sea of confusion because there is no way to know what materials you're supposed to work on and what materials you're going to be looking at next.
First, with the materials guide chart, providing the exact delineation and categorization of LRH materials. and the route for every Scientologist. A literal grade chart of knowledge.
Alright, so if I would go back, but I don't know what this button's gonna do.
Delineation and categorization of LRH material.
Alright, so we got objective processing, we got self-determinism, games,
And the route
human problems,
for
radiation, CCH, responsibility, confronting, help, groups, a planet in...
every Scientologist.
This is so pixelated that
A literal grade chart of knowledge.
it's bullcrap.
And to bring it to every Scientologist, the first wave was no less than the retrieval of an entire body of technology, the LRH Congresses, in and of themselves a map across the milestones of Scientology. With all of it on compact disc, including every element necessary for total duplication, and all of it in 15 languages, they soon reached 102 nations, bringing to life the very meaning of the phrase, connecting with Source. Then, marrying the golden age of knowledge with golden age of tech, came the full battery of Free Winds Only Congress courses, and a level of certainty that now drives a planet-wide OT force.
I should see if I can find any of these Free Winds Congresses.
Next came the Clearing Congress Films, the culmination of a 1 million man-hour restoration project, and forever answering the question,
So I assume that's at Golden Era Productions over at the Int Base.
what was it like to be there with Ron? Preserving the only filmed LRH Congress for all eternity. And finally, the delivery of Congresses complete, just the way Ron did it, from Moscow to Madrid, Tel Aviv to Tokyo, and up and down the Americas. But if that was the
I'm kind of curious how many of those were Congresses and how many of those were just Sunday services. Because Sunday services have you do different things in basic, very basic group processing, like lift up your hand, put your hand down. What was it? Have a head, have 2 feet. If you've seen Reckless Ben's video about him infiltrating the church, or part 1 of his 10, he went to a Scientology Sunday service and recorded the whole thing.
Golden Age of Knowledge Phase 1, prepare yourself for Phase 2. Not only the greatest recovery of lost tech in history, but basic on the chain, and from which Scientology will never be the same. So, welcome back to Clearwater, Florida, and the OT Summit 2007.
So we're going to end here. We're going to look at this big audience full of people, probably half of which are Sea Org members, staff, and other people who are part of the church. I guarantee you this is not all parishioners, even in 2007. So we will end off here, and we will pick back up at the next part. I will talk to all of you later. See ya.